Yes, indeed. Welcome to another edition of Liberty Lunch Break, the topic du jour. So, what is the topic du jour? Joe Biden is an absolutely horrible human being. I have the proof. So, let's watch.
A little bit of more Marjorie Taylor Greene and a few more, you're going to have a lot of Republicans running our way. Isn't she amazing? Oof.
Dude, you're a weekend at Bernie's doddering dead old corpse running the Oval Office. You have no reason calling
Ours, the
anyone else
reason she was very specific. I shouldn't digress probably, but I've read.
digress.
She was very specific recently, saying that a mom, a poor mother who lost two kids to fentanyl, that I killed her sons.
Oh my God.
Well, the interesting thing is that fentanyl they took came during the last administration. Look, folks.
Wow.
Anyway, I don't want to get started.
Oh, I cannot tell you how maddening this is. Number one, you've been given a script. And you're going to sit there and say, isn't she amazing, talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene? Just stop making me defend these people, because I'm not defending Marjorie Taylor Greene. I am addressing you, POTUS, President of these United States. You are in no position to say oof about anyone else. You're the most embarrassing president the world has ever seen in the history of this country, at least. What? My God. And then this is the state of politics in America. This next statement right here. It's really proof positive of how destructive and to no ends will they go to play politics. The thing about it is, I'm not joking. Oh, I'm being serious. That was the last administration. Bruh. You're talking about a mom with two dead kids. It doesn't matter what administration comes from. You don't say this garbage and then you laugh about it. I'm lucky. My mother and my father, mothers and fathers, because they divorced when I was young, stepdad and stepmother, very young, both of them, when they came into my life. All four of my parents. My mom's gone, died last July. That was the most painful thing that's ever happened to me. This is off of her casket. I forget the camera's reversed. It says mom right there, right off her casket. It was a horrible, painful thing I've ever been through. I was a severe addict. Went to rehab. Spent 2 years in residential rehab to get over it. I'm lucky to be alive. I'm lucky that I am lucky, and this is going to be very hard to say, and I hadn't even thought about this, to be honest with you. I'm very lucky that my mom didn't have to watch me die. I was lucky that Jesus brought me out of that. And that's what this is. You're talking about a couple of kids that, I say kids, I use that loosely. They're probably young adults that were abusers, and they got pills off the streets laced with fentanyl. Yes, it was during the Trump administration. That's not supposed to matter. I could not even fathom how heartbroken my mother would be if I had died in my severe addiction. And then on top of that, you have the president of these United States playing politics off the back of my dead body. This, and then laughed about it. How about this? Let's just say, let's look off the top of my dome here. Let's just say, I have respect for my colleagues in Congress, and I hope we can come to a point where we can get past the personal attacks over situations like these, where a grieving mother has a dead child, two dead children, because of drugs that were laced. That didn't happen under my administration, but my administration is working diligently to handle this and to get this crisis under control. I profusely apologize and send grievances, prayers, and thoughts, and would love to reach out to this mother in hopes that we can comfort her and see what if there's anything that we can do to help her and voluntarily get some resources to her. Obviously, I put the voluntarily in there as not taxpayer funded because we are a very generous country, the most generous and charitable country in the history of the world. People would gladly give to this mother. These segments are supposed to be lighthearted, but this eats me alive. And I'm going to talk about it in much more great length on the hour-long show, or hour-ish long. It's usually somewhere between 50 minutes and an hour and a half, which are the longer episodes, which just happened last night, or I'm sorry, Sunday night. But one of the biggest live viewership shows I've had in a long time since Facebook has lifted their restrictions. And I think YouTube is starting to lift theirs as well. And so please follow me on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. All of them are at the Cajun Libertarian, except on Twitter, it's at the Cajun Libert 1. I screwed that up. I'm sorry. Or Noella Lynn, my actual name, which I am the host of Off the Wire in Liberty Lunch Break. The topic du jour. I am your host, Noella Lynn, aka the Cajun Libertarian. It would be a great help if you would subscribe. And I don't even feel, this feels dirty to even plug everything right now because this is personal for me, very personal. But I don't know, man. I got to do it. I'm supposed to do it. Every marketing person that I've told to that's wildly more successful at this than I am is telling me that you got to do it every time. So there it is. Google Podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that crap. Please help me out. It's all that stuff is free, and you could support the show and help me get better at this, better equipment, all that nonsense. So I just can't even. It's yeah. Anyway, so I'll leave it there for today. Don't forget about the Wednesdays and Sunday. You know what? I won't leave it there today because that's so depressing. Let's end on a good note, actually. And let's watch another video. Let's do that. Let's leave on a good note, right? Because I like these to be little fun snippets of content for you guys every day because I know that you enjoy it. So, and the show is growing at an exponential rate beyond anything that I would have ever believed. So, thank you. I love each and every one of you. Let's watch a funny video. It looked like, I don't know if it was, I think it was just on my end right there. It's telling me my mic was muted, so it cut off the top half of the initial dialogue there, the initial conscription, whatever. I'm just lost. just excellent. All right, this one ran a little bit longer than I like to. I say I keep them between 2 and 10 minutes, but I really like to give them between 2 and 5 minutes because we're a microwave society and I'm super guilty too. So like, share, subscribe, all that stuff, and yeah, we'll leave it there. Love y'all. See you tomorrow.
The game plan of You Are the Power is pretty simple. We find people who are
My bad. I guess I'll go ahead and play it. Let's listen to a word from Spike before we get up out of here, I guess, apparently. So my fault for cutting it off. I should just let it run. So, but yeah, I screwed that ending all the way up. My fault. Here we go. Let's listen.
The game plan of You Are the Power is pretty simple. We find people who are being harmed or abused or neglected or mistreated by their local governments. And yeah, this is my life's work. We want to help people.
This is something that has already began to affect real change. This isn't some distant futuristic, utopic, or utopian dream. It's already happening. It's making its course. It's making waves right now as we speak.
If you want to learn how to become an effective activist and then to do actual activism and actually help people now, not wait for, like you said, some distant utopian future where libertarians take over the world and leave everyone alone. If you want to do that now, that's what we're doing. This next year is going to be the year that people see what liberty actually looks like. Not what it sounds like, not what our philosophy is, but what the actual results and ideas, the solutions behind what we do. So that's what I'm doing with You Are the Power. I would love for you to be a part of it. YouAreThePower.net. We'd love for you to become a member. And this is my life's work.
Outstanding. Thank you, Spike. Please go to youarethepower.net, subscribe. You get your free content and figure out exactly what we're doing, what him and his organization, which I am semi a part of and going to be taking on a bigger role as soon as we get everything kind of more coagulated. So youarethepower.net. Go check it out. I love each and every one of you. Remember that these are supposed to be very short segments, and here I am at 11 and a half minutes. That's okay. That's still a very short segment, but should have turned my phone off, I guess. Anyway, I'll see you every Monday through Friday, every Monday through Friday at noon Central, and every Sunday and Wednesday for the very, very unremarkably popular live show. Mondays or Sundays and Wednesdays at 6. I'm just screwing all of this up. My God, that's hilarious. Anyway, hey, look, full transparency. It is what it is. This stuff never goes perfectly. So that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Anyway, see you.